2014 Buick Enclave with a 3.6. Gonna do the water pump. It's down there. Okay? But we're gonna do it from underneath. So I got a bungee cord wrapping around, not touching the headlight or anything. Going down to my little splash shield, holding that splash shield up out of the way. There's a hole on the bottom of the body frame that I got the other end of the bungee cord into. Okay, here we are. And there's the hole. Bungee cords on this frame. So, water pump is behind this pulley right here. Alright, so we need to take the belt off. Here's the belt tensioner. It's a 1/2 inch. Get your 1/2 inch in there. Push that pulley that way. And then you can remove your belt. So you might want to draw a little picture of it first, so you don't have to look it up. And we'll do that, and then we'll remove the belt. If you're gonna replace the belt, then you want to push the belt sideways underneath here, underneath the tensioner. So you got a nice loop over here, and then you can go ahead and pull it out. Make sure you don't pull back underneath. You want to pull it out from behind there. Hopefully it comes straight out like the loop. Make sure it doesn't get kinked like I just did mine. You should be able to pull it out with both ends at the same time. But it got caught behind the pulley. So, hold on. Okay, I pulled it out. If you're not gonna remove the belt, then just leave it up in there and put it out of the way of the water pump belt pulley. All right, so when you're going back together, you wanna bend it like that and push it up behind between the two pulleys and push it over that way. The tensioner and the idler right there. Push it that way towards the center between the water pump and the crank pulley dampener. All right, so now I got that out of the way. Now I want to do is get a wrench up there onto the water pump pulley and remove the 4 pulley bolts. Loosen them up all 4 first, then you can remove them. The pulley bolts are 10mm. You get your wrench on and just stick a pry bar underneath the pulley. Put a pry bar underneath the pulley and just give it a little twist. I don't know if you can see my pry bar, but there's the pry bar going underneath the pulley up there. And it's underneath, and I just twist it a little bit because the bolts aren't that tight. So if they're really tight, then you just have to reposition your pry bar a little bit different and hold the pulley and then loosen all your bolts up. All right, I got all the pulleys off the water pump pulley, all the bolts out. Pulley is stuck between the water pump and the frame. So I put pieces of wood underneath my oil pan, got a jack stand. I raised it up probably about that much, but I also took out the front motor mount nut right here, 18, and the one on behind over here onto the trans right here is an 18. Raised up my engine about that far. Pulley came off. Here it is, okay? Pretty simple. Now, if you want, we can leave it right there and work it. Get all the bolts out. And just have to let it drip past us a little bit, that's all. All right. Hopefully that water pump will come out of that area. I'm gonna look at the new one. Okay, the water pump don't stick in there very far. It's got 6 bolts holding it. So make sure you count them and take notice where they are on the new pump. You know, because you have it positioned with the drain on the bottom, so that way you can see where the bolts are located. Those are 10 millimeter also. All right, I got the 3 on the top out, and I got the 3 on the bottom loose. All right, so now I'm gonna do is start taking them out. And I'm gonna have to hold that pump so it doesn't just splash all over me. Doing this on a rack is good. Otherwise, if you don't have a rack, you're gonna have to do it from up on top, and you'll have to remove the engine mount bracket and the fuse panel. Okay. Okay, the pump is loose. Now I'm starting to lose some coolant. It's not losing too much. Here it comes. All right. Okay, there's the pump. I had to pry it. It was really tight up on top, so I pried it down a little bit to come down to the pulley. I think if you have your tensioner out, it would come out this way a lot easier than coming this way. What I did was I took out the 3 bolts for the shaft, for the half shaft. I pulled the half shaft out this way a little bit, but it didn't come out of the trans. Well, it did come out of the trans a little bit. It came out of the trans a little bit, had a little bit of fluid come out. So I hurried up and pulled my water pump out of there, and I pushed my shaft back in. Not like I pulled it out and ruined the splines. I just pulled it past the seal a little bit on a smooth spot. So that's just a little bit of fluid, not much. If it saves us some time to get this job done, then that's okay. I didn't let it sit there and drain all day because I didn't expect it to be pulled out that far. I was looking at the wrong part. I was looking at this part and this part, this pulling out of this. But no, this part here is connected to the shaft, and I wasn't paying attention to this coming out. So at least you're pre-warned. Okay, I matched the gasket up to the water pump, put a bit of silicone sealer on both sides. Now I'm gonna take that gasket off, and I'm gonna place it up there on the front cover. And remember where the bottom is, that's the bottom. So this will be the bottom. Just gotta flip it over when you get up in there. Like I said, this is the quick way. So the quick way would be to remove the harmonic balancer. So I ground this down flat so I can get this out of the front cover because I had a little bit of this hitting it. And then also I ground a little flat spot right here. So that way when I go to back up by that half shaft, this will drag along the lower body frame, and that'll help me slide past it. Alright, I put some paint on it so I know where my flat spot was. I just pulled the shaft out just a little bit. It's not leaking or anything out of the trans, so now I can go ahead and push that pump up in there and line up my bottom bolt, because this is the bottom, up there because I already got the gasket up in there. Have your bolts ready. All right, it went past the half shaft smoothly. Went inside the housing smoothly. Placed it on there, it picked the gasket up, stuck a bolt through it with the gasket, lined it up with 2 hands, one holding, finding the hole, got one holding the pump with the bolt, guiding it into the hole. Snugged one up, or started one, get another one started, get another one started, get them all started by your finger. Run them down with your finger as far as you can go, and then go up there. If you can get a little electric ratchet in there, great. Snug them all up, and then you want to torque them down. Make sure you snug them all up, all 6. Work your way around. Then you want to torque them to 90 inch-pounds. Well, they say 89 inch-pounds, but 90-inch pounds, rounded off, so don't break them. They're only 90-inch pounds. All right, I got mine all tight. Now I'm gonna do is put my pulley on there. All right, got all the water pump pulley bolts in. Take your pry bar up underneath the pulley, put a little tension on it, and tighten your water pump pulley bolts. Remember, those are only a 10mm head, so it was like 100-inch pounds. So make sure you do all 4. And next we gotta do is push our belt between those 2 pulleys. All right, grab your belt, push it like that underneath it, and what you want to do is go underneath that pulley and then loop it around like that. Because this part here is going to come down and go around the crank pulley. And then the other part is going to go over towards the power steering pump. Okay, loop it around the tensioner. Came down around the crank. Going down there, got it up on top of the AC compressor. There it sits. Got this one going over towards the crank, power steering pulley going over, and there it is. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to loop it up over the top of the water pump and over to the top of the alternator. You did draw your schematic, right? All right. Tucked it underneath there, flipped it, smooth side towards the pulley, groove side towards the pulley, groove side towards the pulley, alternator, idler, AC, crank. Right now, it's all the way around everything except for the AC. And now, instead of going around the compressor, it's coming straight down, looping down here. So, I'm gonna put my adjuster, my ratchet on here. And I'm gonna come over here, undo it from the crank, loop it around the AC, pull on the push on the tensioner, and then feed my belt around the crank. Okay. Put your ratchet on the tensioner, take it off of the crank, make sure you don't lose the slack. Wrap it around the compressor, put tension on your tensioner, and wrap it around the crank. Okay, it went good. It's around everything. I put tension, ratchet on there, took the belt off the crank, let the belt come down here, held on to it, keep tension on. Have my other right hand come over here, wrap the belt around the compressor, and then still have my hand on the belt on the left, pushed on the ratchet with my right hand, and fed the belt around the dampener crank, and here we are, it's all set. Now what we can do is go ahead and lower the engine down, make sure it's in our mounts, put our 218s back on, come over here to the half shaft, put our 3 bolts in, make sure you start them first by hand, and then snug them up and then torque them. Make sure you get your ratchet wrench out of there, and then we can lower it down a little bit, put our shield, little deflector back, and put our tire on. And then you gotta do your coolant. When you're putting your half shaft support bolts in, make sure you line up these little dishes with the bolts and get your socket in there with it. And turn the half shaft, get them all snugged up, get them all started, stick a screwdriver in there and pick up on the half shaft, wiggle it back and forth so you can get your bolts started. You gotta do one at a time. You gotta turn the shaft to have them all line up, okay? So now that's done, the mounts are done. I'm gonna do this little splash shield and put my tires on. All right, tires are on. Lower down to the ground. Remove the front valance cover GM guys should have got a reward, award for this. You know, a big dummy reward. All right, so I got some coolant going in there. Now I'm gonna start it up and let it run a little bit. And I'm gonna rev it up a little bit here and there. Boom, boom, you know. See if I get that coolant flowing. And as it gets warmer, you keep that coolant flowing. Get it through that heater core. Make sure you got some heat. And always double check your level so you don't overheat it, and watch your gauge. All right. As soon as you start feeling some heat through the vents, and you know it doesn't have an air pocket in it, okay? Okay, I have heat. Temperature's at 190. I'm gonna shut it off and let it cool down. And then I'm gonna top off my fluid and put my cap back on. And then I'm also gonna put my reservoir coolant where it needs to be. Fasten my little cover back down, put all my fasteners in there, put my engine cover back on, and that will complete this job. So hopefully I helped you out with this video. Hopefully you help me out by subscribing to me, and I appreciate it, and thank you. So if you don't have a lift, I wouldn't do it this way. But if you do have a lift, I think this is the way to go. Even though the other way isn't too bad, but whatever. Whatever way you choose. I've done them both ways. I got 2 videos, this way and the other way. Okay? Good luck.